Hello world, welcome to Python Things. Our today's lecture is on data types. So in this lecture we will discuss about what is data types, how we use data types, how to define data types, what are the different types of data types, and how to cast one data type into another. So let's start. Okay, what is data types? Variable can store different types of data. For example, as we discussed in our last lecture, variables, we stored 37 into age. So 37 is a number. We stored a message in the variable. We stored a boolean value, true or false. We stored decimal value also. So this is how we can store different types of data into the variables. So here is the list of data types: numeric, text, sequence, mapping, set, boolean, binary, and none type. So pause the video and have a look into the different types of data. Okay, let's continue. So there is a type function which is used to find data type of the variable. Let's say we have x variable which contain 10 as a value. So when we print it, it will print int. So let's print it first. Okay, so x equal to 10, it is an integer value. So type of x will be int. 10.5, it is a decimal value. So all the decimals will be considered as float. So this is float. Every value which contain this j as imaginary part, it will be a complex number. This complex number is the part of mathematics also. So this is come as complex. Now these are the numeric. What is text? Everything which is come inside these double quotes is considered as text, and when we print the type of this, it will come as string. So here is one question. We show something in the comment lecture that we can use double quotes for comments also. Then why it is not a string? This is a string if we assign it to a variable, but because we didn't assign it to a variable, this is just a comment. Third one is sequence. So in sequence there are three: list, tuple, and range. Everything which is declared inside the square bracket is considered as list. So this is list. Everything which is declared in the round bracket is considered as tuple. And for range, we need to define this function range and the value. What is the range we need? We will we will talk about range in our upcoming lectures, and this list also and tuple also. But for now, just focus on the data types. Now mapping. In mapping, there is only one, which is dictionary. For dictionary, this is the syntax: curly braces and key and value. Key and value. Set is also defined as curly braces, but there is no key value. It's just a value. So dict for dictionary, set for set. There is one more thing which is frozen set. We basically don't use frozen set much. We or normally use set in our programmings. So for frozen set, we need to define this is frozen set and we pass set as a value. So this is coming as frozen set. For Boolean, there are two only, true or false. So if we define, always remember Python is a case sensitive language. So if you write it like this will give the error because now this true is not a Boolean. This is this is considered as a variable which is currently not defined. So always remember for Boolean either write this or false. So for Boolean data type will be bool. Binary we don't normally use it. X equal to we define B and pass the string, and when we print it the data type will be bytes. For byte array also we need to define the function byte array and pass the value, and when we print the data type it will be byte array. And the last, none. None type basically used as a like empty value, it's nothing. So you can see one thing. Okay, there is two things. First, in my last lecture, I said that variable name should be self-understood. It should not be A, B, X, something like this. But that will be the case only when you need to use that variable in our code later, or the value you are defining, it depends on that. But because we are using only random values, so I can use any variable name. Second thing, I am using x equal to 10 here, it is integer. I am using x equal to 10.5 here, which is float. So how this is happening? Python programming is a dynamic programming language or dynamic typing programming language. It is not based on static data type. So if you define x variable as integer, you can change it to float, string, or any data type in the later line or in the later code. Let's move on to casting. Okay, so what is casting? Casting is when we change a variable data type from one to another. Let's say we have a variable which is integer, and when we print the data type of this, okay, let's do one thing, comment this part so it's easy to understand. Now sorry, print type str x, save it, run it. So we can see x is an integer value because it is contain 10 integer number, and when we print the type of x it is int. But here we change it to string, we cast the variable as a string, and if we print it, this is 10. But right now you don't see any double quotes on it, but this is a string value, not a integer value. We can cast this variable to any data type like float, um, okay, let's try this. Okay, so we can see this is a string, this is float, but bool, okay, sorry. Yeah, so it is coming as true. So why it is coming as true first thing? Because I said earlier, everything which is not zero, it is considered as one, and one means true in the programming language. If we change it to zero and now we run it, then it is coming as false. So everything which is not zero is considered as true in Boolean. But this casting won't work for everything. For example, let's say our value is hello and we try to cast it because this is a string. Let's try to cast it into integer of x. So this will give the error, value error, invalid literal for int with base 10 hello. We can't convert a string into a number. It can be any number. If you change it to float, this will also give the error. We can change number to float, but sorry, we can change number to string, but we can't change string to number. Yeah, that's it in data types. If you have any question or have any doubt, please comment and ask. I am happy to help. Let's meet in the next lecture, which is on string. Thank you.